guys.
All good, all good. Lee Sin is going to be the pickup for him. Honestly, I don't think this is an iconic champ. So I say this definitely goes into the hands of Solo. You know, that's still up in the air, but that would be my first premonition here. And so then maybe they're looking for one of these AP junglers that have been floating around. The obvious one here, Rumble, not banned. Udyr is banned. There are definitely more options, though. You can go. We just saw in LEC the Karthus play from Bwipo. So we shall see as it rains down Akali's Phreak.
Well, they're going to lock it in, so not instantly a rush on the Rumble. High prize onto Akali. It's interesting, a lot of these champions have really variant pick and ban rates in various leagues. I forget all of them off the top of my head, but a champion like Rumble, I think it's like 100% pick ban over in the LPL, and I think is relatively fewer over in Korea. No, that one's wrong. Rumble's in everywhere. But Akali is like really seen in some regions, not the others. I didn't think I was going to make this point, and then here we are, where me not having my numbers at the top of my head. We'll bring it up for game 2. I'll look it back up. Either way, Rumble, Ezreal, Lee Sin all in. Golden Guardian, I think, getting a lot of really S-tier picks over here. Senna, Tahm, Kench, also very strong lane, and again, Akali, really well prized also.
So, let me pose this to you, because whenever I see early Senna, Tahm, Kench commitment, I actually want my bottom lane to be double range and try and punish that Tahm Kench, make it so the Tahm Kench can't CS. The Senna also then thereby would generate less stacks because it's harder for the Senna to actually harass double range lanes. And since you already have an Ezreal, the only problem is that Lulu and Karma both banned out, and those are the premier ones. So maybe we get like Soraka flying around or something.
I mean, we saw it from Dreams himself yesterday, right? He played some Soraka, and this is funny because I'm looking at the draft and I'm like, okay, Golden Guardians, and they're the ones who banned Lulu Karma. Okay, first pick Lee Sin, and then on 2-3 you can grab the Senna TK. And I feel like that's kind of why FlyQuest did the way they did. They said, well, the most common answer is already got banned, so we're going to make sure we grab Senna on 1. And then, like, what, are you going to take Tahm Kench with Ezreal? Like, that sounds like trash. So they get the lane together based on the Golden Guardians bans. Maybe it was a bait and they've got something else planned.
Chime.
Right? Yeah, sure, right? But it's another, not only is it a Chime champion, obviously, but it's another very strong range support. You know, again, pushing towards the chance at a Soraka, something like that. I think Sona's totally reasonable.
I'm actually so sad to see that ban. It's a really good ban from FlyQuest because of all the things we're talking about for this bottom lane. But damn, I really wanted to see Ezreal plus Bard lane for the Golden Guardians. Not going to be the case here, though. Good job there by FlyQuest, also taking out the LeBlanc.
LeBlanc support's gone as well. Man, that sucks.
One thing that's annoying about a LeBlanc, and especially because I play a lot of like Fiddlesticks and you know things with those types of tethers, for Akali, revealing her in the Shroud can be very, very detrimental.
Yes, yeah, any hard reveal. So Ignite won't do it, but a lot of Lee Sin's kit will, so that can feel pretty good. Kog'Maw would not, though you're not going to play it here regardless, but yeah, LeBlanc would have been a pretty good one. So it's time for pick number 4 for FlyQuest. They need a top laner, they need a jungler. Jungle is most likely to guarantee you can track that Lee Sin flex and make sure you're like the matchup that you're in. Rumble obviously already taken, Udyr banned away. Volibear, big fan of this one. I think it's a very strong champion, underutilized for sure. Had a 70% win rate at MSI across 10 games, and I think he's been good so far in Summer Split.
He's definitely one of the super good options when you want some structure to your team fight, some more frontline with some CC, but you also still want to retain options in the early game. He's one of those bear champions that checks both boxes, and with Udyr always being banned out, he's typically the only one available. I wonder if he actually locks in. Okay, not going to lock it in, but it is a very similar look here as far as the engage options. Rakan being picked up for Golden Guardians. I do like the mobility that they're showing. It is also another setup here to try and keep people on Rumble Ultimates a little bit later in.
Sett could come through. Honestly, can feel pretty good about the Akali matchup. You can, most of the spells will just kind of land in the Shroud anyway. If you ever do get vision, you can dunk her out of it. Obviously, Lee Sin kicks through the same. So repositioning tools out here, and it's a very melee-heavy composition for Golden Guardians. Senna, if there's a game for Divine Sunderer, this actually could be one since you're going to have pretty nice % health damage there.
Oh, yeah.
I am still a big fan of that build. I think it's somewhat underutilized. But either way, double bruiser, and your one mage is Rumble. So armor stacking will serve you well towards the end game. Flexes come around. Akali is staying in mid. Gnar going top lane for Licorice.
All right, Gnar, even with the couple SAD, still getting plenty of face time in the LCS.
Shouldn't be nerfed yet, I believe.
Oh,
11-11.
Haven't transitioned yet. is going to be really, I was going to say solo plays a lot of Sett. He's a really, really prolific Sett player. So I wanted to see if they were going to flex this one into his hands and have that Lee Sin into Akali matchup for the mid lane. So see if Ablaze can actually take advantage. And that is something that is centered on the level timings here. Palafox early on has to give up control. You know, Akali pre-level 6, not going to offer a lot there. So maybe Ablaze can try and push out this wave, link up with the Rumble after the full clear. Basically, Rumble looking for top to bottom clear, then mid lane roam a whiff to try and create something.
Alrighty. On to the Rift shortly. We're about to commence Game 6 for both of these teams in the summer split, with only 21 more to play after the Nexus Falls until the LCS Championship playoffs in a couple months' time. Golden Guardians alone in 10th place. They need to make up some spots in the standings. They lost to CLG recently. That's an even larger gap. They need to turn the corner eventually. We thought it might have been the case with Game 1 when they took down Cloud9. Sadly, that has not been a result they have replicated. We were waiting for the time when the Golden Guardians power spike finally pays off. Meanwhile, for FlyQuest, a decent start into summer. They're in playoffs right now, but this is the team that had back-to-back finals just last year. This is a squad that still has some room to grow, and sure, with some rookie talent, it's going to happen, but I want to see that growth continue.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, FlyQuest had to fully rebuild, so you know, no players left over from their LCS finals days. And with a lot of the rookie talent that they brought in, you know, last split, it really came in with a lot of hope. You know, grass is greener on the other side. Maybe we'll see them start to you know, emerge here. 9-14 is definitely still doable. As you're talking about playoffs, we cast a wide net with playoffs.
Yeah, we do
nowadays, so I should be able to find their spot.
Well, on the way forward, always a big fan of the, like, 1 minute in, you grab sweeper and go. Keep in mind, junglers often will put a ward down, they'll recall and grab a sweeper, which means you got to put your ward down by 1 minute or you won't get it in time. So these sort of late sweeper invades will catch that ward. In this case, it will not, though.
Love late invading on Rumbles, though. Yes, I'm a broken record talking about it, but every time it is so valuable here.
And he's pushed off. I mean, Kobe, I like this song on repeat. I've done that for weeks before at a time. They get the Trinket Ward with the second sweeper that JoseDeodo has. His own ward's going to watch his red buff invade. So that's that early ward I was talking about for junglers. And that's going to be a red steal. That's going to be iconic. Late to his blue, having a solo take it. And early lane control likely as well for FlyQuest.
Do note, though, that watching Iconic's icon there, he did not mess up his heat generation, which is something that on late invades can really mess some newer Rumble jungles up. If you fumble it a little bit, you won't be able to overheat in time. You'll be delayed on your blue buff. He still annihilated it. Really good, you know, heat management there, even expecting the delay and being pushed out of his red quadrant. Speaking
of delays, smart ward by Chime to see, hey, you know, Volibear can be a really strong early ganker. They're going to get level 2 first as well. I'm going to ward basically in front of Krugs to see if we get that cheeky 3-camp bot lane because we're already down there gank. It'd be a very efficient gank, so tracking to make sure they're not going to randomly get hit at level 2.
Yeah, when will a Volibear escape the jungle here? Don't want him charging down behind you. They are getting pushed in at the moment as well, so should be fairly safe for them. And they will get a little timing indicator here for Jose.
And under the turret they are, but yeah, level 1 right now. Honestly, just not enough pressure out of a level 1 Rakan, honestly. So just infinite pressure right now for the FlyQuest side. Will say I prefer Doran's Blade starts out of Ezreal, but, you know, whatever, he's under his turret.
Yeah. I will also say, remember when we're talking in Champ Select about the mid lane matchup and Ablaze being able to push in? That protects your Rumble jungle so much, because sometimes when you get late invaded like that, you can be denied a buff, you know, triple quadrant, triple buff. But because he's got some pushing solo lanes for himself, you see Iconic easily slips into FlyQuest red quadrant of the jungle, clears it no problem. Jose himself double clearing on Gromp and Blue.
Yep.
Pretty much every jungler that has any sort of AoE wants to do it now because the cost is so low. Damage in jungle is very low right now, and regeneration is quite high.
So a really minor thing, but worth mentioning, JoseDeodo gets more out of the early jungling overall. So certainly Rumble, overall a faster clear. The invade helps with that. But Jose missed out on Wolves. the Rumble from Iconic missed out on Krugs. There was way more golden XP in that camp, so yeah, the recalls are 4 seconds apart, whatever, but there is more total resources earned by the FlyQuest jungler.
Yep, trying to scrounge out what he can. Delayed off of the transition from red side over to blue, but should be able to get some vision back out around this mid lane. And this is where we're looking for him to link up with that Lee Sin. So comes in through the sweeper, trying to clear out below Ablaze, see if they can have a route here, waiting on those slightly increased jungle respawn timers.
Sure, 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Right now, Wolves are up, well, about to be up. On Iconic side, he can run down towards Krugs. Actually, know the pathing based on the ward that Chime put down for him. JoseDeodo wants to invade it, but he's not going to be there on time. The Storm is going to claim maybe 2 small chickens, but sadly not more than that.
Good job protecting his respawn, though, because he knows Jose is coming right back for it.
Yeah.
Perfectly on time, but that's why he went in with the sweeper, as we said. Drops down his ward as well. So he's able to actually kind of smooth out his leveling pattern here and catch right back up. Because travel time used by Jose to try and contest on second respawn for Raptors does mean Rumble's going to get to a pretty quick level 6.
All right, well, we get the bright sound effects down to the bottom lane. As, hey, want to mention, every game has 1 free pro view matchup. You can pay for the whole 5 lanes, but in this case, mid lane. Haven't watched them too much. We've been watching jungle pathing, but AblazeOlive and Palafox are on pro view this time around. Check that out if you want.
NA mids.
NA mids.
FlyQuest Dragon. They should be able to take this one away because as you see, Rumble looking to counter jungle on top side.
There you go. It's at 450. There's a smite. Couple of Qs. Easy pickup there. And souls keep stacking onwards. As the Ezreal stacking the tier. Mid laner's battling. Shield comes in. Palafox level 6, but not going to be putting AblazeOlive in any real danger. You really can never ult past the Lee Sin. It'll just kick you into his turret. So that's going to feel bad otherwise.
Speaking of those pro views and these 2 NA mids that we wanted to keep the magnifying glass on, you know, Akali really is one of the champions that Palafox does pride himself the most on. So now that he has, you know, hit at least the level 6 breakpoint where you do have, you know, your options. Generally, you'll want to use your level 6 to like kill off the lower level jungle if they come for duels. Because Rumble definitely could be a much easier target to burst down than Lee Sin. But he actually definitely has some options now, especially with some of these control wards you see on the bottom side, even deep into the jungle here. And this might be Jose trying to combine for that level 6 Akali.
All right. Did he? He didn't just step out of the brush, right? He just like lurched forward and then stop. I don't think he went too far up.
I was looking at the mini map, so I'm going to say no. But
I saw the animation jitter, but I don't think I saw him like go untranslucent. But my brain didn't quite track which one it was. Either way, AblazeOlive is playing safely. Whatever. Looks like they're hard shoving the wave out. A couple of spells come across. Chime and Johnsun doing battle. Senna getting the better of that one. Thank you for the 60 gold.
Look at the bro.
He's going Sunderer. He's going Sunder. He's got a Phage. I love it. But now we got to watch the rest of the game because there's a battle for the chickens. And they're going to nobody right now as Dream is going to get dunked right into the team. Kicked backwards. Absolutely nowhere to go.
The Kench teleported right to the bench, Phreak. And Dreams is in the fountain. Oh, my goodness. Kind of thought it was going to be FlyQuest trying to answer that roam there, but it was a support teleport. Comes in the middle of the enemy team. And it feels like too much to kind of recreate that teleport suck nowadays when you can't cancel it.
Yeah.
Ever since they added in that.
He made a bad choice 5 seconds ago. It's like, well,
Honestly, though, first blood over to the Golden Guardians in the hands of a Rumble is just where you want it. And I love seeing AP junglers pick up early rings. Getting those Dark Seal stacks is so efficient here. So Iconic, level 6 on the Rumble, wants to be able to use that Equalizer, immediately starting up this Rift Herald. Even has the extra AP from his Dark Seal stacks and the Magic Penetration. So this is actually very powerful Rumble, little mini power spike here towards the mid stage of the game.
All right, feeling pretty good on the Golden Guardian side. 500 gold lead, about to close to double that if they can get the Herald Crash.
And I mean, it's just such a big difference in combat power right now because you have so much more damage output from this Rumble compared to double health crystals on the Volibear, who's basically a meat shield just looking to get the stun in there. Solo is able to retreat back to the tower, though. Wave pushing towards him, so shouldn't lose much.
Wave going down, knocking that one apart. And, okay, Licorice going to be just fine here, putting in the early pressure. Pretty big lead, by the way. 16-17 CS. A bit of a wave to still clear out on the other side, but overall still winning this lane. Has one plate to boot. Going for the second one. JoseDeodo right behind. There's no real fight to be had, so, okay, maybe they auto-attack this one for a little bit. Maybe knock down the second plate, then summon. And they're going to go for big damage right now. Solo in so much damage, and yeah, that's going to be him dropping on the Sett. Good Rumble ulti will clear the wave out, which means they will not lose the turret just yet. JoseDeodo not certain he had to flash, but takes the safe route out and make sure you will not get too much damage from the turret.
Yeah. Little worried, I guess, about walking over the ultimate with some turret shots at him, but gonna play it better safe than starry type of style. Successful dive, though, at least denies the wave to the top laner. Iconic is getting juiced, though. Using the Rumble ultimate there, picks up kind of the double wave at tower. A lot of extra experience there. Little bit curious, no attempt at like kind of covering the dive. He was just continuing to power farm through the wolves back there. Here's the support reset timers, though. So mid laners have to get a little bit more cautious with their vision.
Dragon in 25 seconds. Herald? Where did Herald go?
He's still in pocket. Iconic's got that one in his pocket.
Oh, for some reason it looks like... Oh, I'm sorry. My brain is just not working. I thought it was on JoseDeodo, and I don't know why. Okay. Wow. I need to focus a bit better. I don't know what's going on with my head. But, yes, Golden Guardians have Iconic now coming through to the bottom lane. We'll see if a Herald summon is going to allow them extra dragon control. Right now, bot lane has priority. Mid lane looks close. Solo's on the way down, though, and this could be Golden Guardians getting a big pick, or at least just making sure Palafox can't do too much to help, as Licorice is top lane. Gnar is running out, and Golden Guardians is hitting the dragon right now. Nobody's going to be in range. Golden Guardians easily ties up the dragon score, the gold within 300, but Licorice is just getting rich over here, knocking down minions. He's got his third plate over here. As really all AblazeOlive can do is wave clear mid.
Yeah, that was a really curious kind of movement there from Solo, because Licorice did have the teleport advantage. Let's see about the 1v1, though.
Solo happy to chase him down, forces the hop over the wall. Palafox, as he gets chased up by AblazeOlive, not going to have much more happen there either. 600 gold difference to waiting for Iconic's summon as he drops back out of champion aggro. He has 1 minute left to summon it and finds some turret plates. Top lane will instantly die to a Herald summon. So honestly, in my mind, it's after Krugs. You walk over and you guarantee Licorice gets that gold. Or, sorry, Iconic. I keep getting it backwards. I don't know what's going on with me. I really don't know why I keep getting this wrong.
I will take over all Rift Herald duties from now on, Phreak. The Rift Herald not expiring yet. Iconic has it, and they were looking to get the kill.
Here we go. Great stun's going to find Licorice. No way out. Beautifully done. Thank you very much. And the Rift Herald may indeed be summoned top lane after that kill.
All right, bottom side, though, for FlyQuest, they're going to be able to mine another turret for themselves down here. Dream and Johnsun taking full effect with the Senna Tahm Kench. Here we go, top side tower, though. Jose will be able to clear out the wave. Now, the timer for your Rift Herald is expiring, so got to use it there.
Yep.
And it will guarantee that it's going to get this charge off. You see how Iconic moves up into range. As long as you cast Shelly there, there's no way a single champion is going to be able to kill it in time.
It got close, though.
I've been there, so I'm just not worried about it ever.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I'm not really sweating, but it's just like there's a little bit of a change with the increased value of 900 smites.
Yeah.
If you've got your conversion on your smite nowadays, but.
Ooh. Okay, yep, never mind.
Oh, a repeat?
Oh, that's a 2v1. Licorice flash. He caught the hop again. There is no way out. Oh, my word. Welcome back to top lane, Licorice. Go back in the drawer.
Oh, Licorice has had a tough weekend, Phreak. Last game, he was like, stop diving me. People just come to my lane over and over and over again. These ones aren't even dives, though.
No.
Solo just straight up getting these engages onto Licorice in a lane. Iconic combining with him up on the top side. And one of the big stories for Golden Guardians, the biggest was the offseason signing there of Solo, changing around top lane. So see if they can really work on this budding relationship here. Iconic waits around. One of my favorite plays as a jungler is just tilt the enemy top laner out of their minds, camp top, one of the long lanes you can punish most heavily, and you called it out live, Phreak. The timing there, flashes in, gets him with the clap back as he's trying to hop away, so it's interrupted. You have no cooldown there, and he just knows. Roasted alive.
He just knows. So goodbye to poor Licorice. He's still got a 20 CS lead.
He had been doing so well.
Yeah.
All these turret plates, 3 turret plates by himself. Teleport advantage, so he's able to get more gold, working it just every little piece, and then back-to-back kills. So swap up the lanes.
Yep. All right. So now Palafox on the Akali has not itemized towards armor or MR, but of course on solo side he did gold-plated steel cap. So hey, that part of the matchup not going to be as useful. Licorice, hey, AD for both solo lanes. He's fine to have the armor stacking. So that matchup will feel about the same. Should be pretty reasonable. 700, 600 gold lead to Golden Guardians. Dragon score is tied 113 for the next Ocean Drake spawns. That's what we're looking for then on the bottom side of the map.
And honestly, the capabilities here for the team fight look very good after these extra kills. It is now a 6-stack ring here for Iconic. I actually really like second item upgrading to Medjai's because, yes, you are going to die at some time later in the game, but it's such a crazy mid-game power spike. Here we go with the Rift Herald fight, though. This first.
Okay, waiting to pop the eye. Now down to 2k health, and yeah, Golden Guardians not going to have a chance. This one, FlyQuest actually grabbed the Rift Herald. There we go. It was just precognition. That's what it was, all right? I knew it was going to be happening. JoseDeodo with the Rift Herald, with a Kench tank on the Volibear, is going for the tank-based build. You will sometimes see Bruiser. We've seen Divine Sunder wants to be the engage, though.
Phreak kind of got the patterns crossed with his all-seeing eye.
Yeah,
you've got a lot of timelines floating around in your head, and you've blessed us here in this Rift Herald exchange. Now let's see Jose. Easy reset back down to the bottom side for that dragon you mentioned. 4 seconds on this one. They do have vision advantage, and already Palafox heading down. So FlyQuest, really good setup here, but the teleport flank does come in. GG want to fight it.
They want to burn their smite on the scuttle because the dragon is more important. Here comes the rest of the squad. Johnsun zoning out one. Rumble over the top. Dreams trying to bring Volibear out. He's just roasting alive. Finally flashes to safety as the Senna comes over the top as well. But now FlyQuest down a few ultimates. Volibear is gone as well. Smite not up for Iconic, so Golden Guardians not really wanting to set up the dragon unless they can force Volibear away. JoseDeodo has both summoners, meaning he can easily walk in and steal it. And even if he gave his life, it would be worth it. Dreams, yeah, the Neutral Monsters map pack, they don't care about brush. Golden Guardians, though, feeling good enough. Said, you know what, screw it. Smite is up now. Are they going to walk him this one? Herald summoned in mid, should be acclaimed. Smited by Iconic. Teamfight comes in. Dunk, a big Mega Gnar on the backhand side. Solo tries the front line, tries to try break away. Cannot find a kill, though. He will die. Nearly found the kill on the other side, but AblazeOlive cannot connect onto JoseDeodo. But over the top comes Akali. Palafox once in, can't find that kill either. 1 for 1, both top laners die. Golden Guardians will claim the dragon, and FlyQuest with the inside shot at mid.
Ooh, that was a fun one, Phreak. Honestly, it's not even over yet as the snare lands. That snare further delays them getting towards mid, and Jose, only one auto. He can sneak in on this tower. They don't completely get the trade of Dragon going over for mid tower. You know, they moved mid to try and get that Rift Herald down, so there would be this time pressure on Golden Guardians, but Golden Guardians, good smite hands here. Nice fingers on the side of Jose, or excuse me, on the side of Iconic. He's able to finish it off. Now, Ocean Drake is one of the most annoying dragons to tank because of the slow, but they just burn it down here. And even though Jose got in range, smite goes down, not able to get it. Licorice, though, into the back line, stuns everybody against the wall with the Mega Gnar, but on the same side, Solo played the exact same front line there with the Sett and got the big clap. They're both making a lot of space for their teams, but both top laners' teams were stunned.
Double knock-up, charm, big damage from Rumble. Poor Dreams roasting alive. A flash keeps Johnsun just barely alive. The root under the turret, but too tanky on the Lee Sin. A bunch of spells cast. They're all going to land. They found that first kill. Now it's Solo's time to run away. Stride breaks out. Flash gonna get away from Palafox's combo.
All right, reset here. Should be able to defend around bottom side. Mid looking a lot less defendable there for Licorice, though, as Golden Guardians close in, and Iconic cuts Jose off in the river.
Pretty big damage, but honestly, still able to walk away. Still only so much damage.
Should be tower, though.
Rumble. Yeah, that's likely to happen. Goodbye to mid lane. The first turret of the game finally goes down at 1845. A lot of these turrets are incredibly low, but just not dead yet. Mid lane, just a touch. Top lane, the same for both sides. As soon we'll see more gold explode out onto the rosters.
All right, I still want to keep track of Iconic's build path here and see if he actually does upgrade the Medjais, because your mid-game spike on getting the Mythic bonus on top of the extra value with a very high stack Dark Seal upgrade really can mean the difference between 100% to zeroing somebody, you know, like Tahm. We saw Tahm Kench eat up Jose, save him on the front lines, and survive with just gray health. A little bit of extra damage there will go a very long way in the team fight. He actually opts to spend his money more towards the Zhonya's Hourglass, though, in addition to picking up the stopwatch, also the Seeker's Arm Guard. So right along that build path, wants to get as quick as possible. Zhonya's picked up, so that way maybe he can remain deathless.
Yeah, hey, remaining deathless is one of the best things you can remain doing in League of Legends.
It's certainly better than dying.
It is in almost all cases. I can't think of a better option than
maybe some Scion strategy.
Yeah, it's higher DPS to die, up your true damage stats while playing Kog'Maw, that kind of stuff.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
like I don't know why tank Cog is like being a thing. You're not using your passive. It seems like a really bad build. I feel like you want to maximize all parts of your kit, but oh well. A little bit of a fight up at the top side. That's, again, very easy for Lee Sin to wave clear E plus active. One shots the caster minions. 2 autos makes the melee minions go down as well. No problem down there. These turrets staying alive. But bot lane undefended means FlyQuest will find their first turret. Palafox knocks that one down, gets 300 gold richer, and we'll see mid lane eventually attacked again, but right now it's Stixxay with the control over it.
And to me, it's incredibly important for FlyQuest to try and get as many of the solo tower kills to Palafox as they possibly can, because it's a very interesting comp. When you have the fasting Senna down bottom side, yeah, it is pretty decent, DPS there and sustained for the team fights, but a lot of it is going to be on the Akali execution within this team fight to take out the high DPS champions on the side of Golden Guardians and rely a little bit more on the rest of the teams like tankiness and sustain there with the Senna. So as much money as they can funnel into Palafox through opening up him, pushing in side lanes, getting the solo kill on the outer turrets, funneling as much of those minions into him as well, is going to set the entire team up for success, not just the North American mid laner.
So off we go as Sett's going to dunk back to get away from the rest of the engage, but careful, you're still in kind of a 1v3. Big shield comes across, Gnar there as well. He's buying so much time, and Solo survives the fight. Out goes FlyQuest, very low health in Licorice. Solo actually at half. TP up for his side means Golden Guardians can kind of guarantee a 5v 4.5. Half health Gnar, not a full champion.
Yeah, definitely like that. They instantly used that teleport, and here we go. Ocean Dragon could be the sole point if Golden Guardians can secure it.
I think they should play aggressively. Gnar, again, not going to put on a lot of pressure, so almost any fight works well for the Golden Guardians side, but they're playing it slowly, waiting for the Ezreal poke. But that means Licorice is building up the rage. He's already at 40%. Golden Guardians squandering the opportunity by refusing to actually go in. They don't think they have the engage tools, and Licorice now too close to Gnar. This fight gets difficult very shortly. He's got flash up. Watch for the Gnar. Watch for the engage. Easy smite. And here comes the play. Palafox leads in. Licorice diving forward as well. They're going to get in, but Akali drops. Gnar following up, though. They cannot quite find that kill. Stixxay stays alive, and the re-engage. Yes, that's the time for it. Golden Guardians, they bide their time, and it works out in the end. It's 3-for-0, and JoseDeodo has to burn the flash, so it's not 4.
Phreak, the Akali means so much for this comp.
It's 4 anyway. AblazeOlive, what a flash.
Oh, my goodness. Palafox, he goes in initially, takes a huge chunk of damage. Even though he gets his shroud off, he gets annihilated by Stixxay's E into Q as he's flying through the air. And once the Akali's gone, Golden Guardians just clean up the fight. All the threat is just off the table, and they get to reap all the rewards. Yeah, they lost the dragon. That was going to set them up for a soul point, but they get the Baron instead.
Watch the Akali here.
Yeah, so Palafox goes in. He gets just roasted by the AoE, and then Stixxay immediately fires his skill shots right in line from where he knows Palafox is going to come through. And once he's dead, Golden Guardians can chase everybody else off on FlyQuest. They don't have that damage threat. They don't have the assassination threat. And you can see the difference maker here. Rumble damage output, iconic. One of these players that Golden Guardians signed and brought up from collegiate. Having a very good game for himself on the Rumble. Still has not died. It's a full 10 stacks. I want Magi's. He's got his whole Zonias. He's even got magic penetration. Let's get it.
Hey, Kobe, we had a Magi's yesterday from Jizuke, and 5 minutes later he sold it because he lost his stacks. Like, is caster cursing
is it
yourself without being a caster, obviously? I mean, you could argue Rumble's a caster. He uses spells, but, you know, his AP stacking. But every time I buy Magi's, I instantly lose all the stacks. So, you know, Iconic may be in a similar boat. Just says, you know, screw it. We're good enough here. It's worth like 65 ability power. All
right. You see, even after that big loss for FlyQuest, they're still trying to keep their focus on how they could possibly win this game. They send Palafox, hey, immediately go get that outer turret gold. Immediately try and go top. We can't fight this Baroned up push from Golden Guardians. So he's just getting a couple extra waves. He got the top outer turret for FlyQuest. They're getting a tiny bit of gold back, but Golden Guardians will not stop here. They've got another minute and a half, 3 more minion waves to push with this Baron, and the 4-1 is already knocking at the doors. Inhibitor tower quickly falling down.
Down to about half HP already. JoseDeodo looking around the side, fighting over the control ward. He's going to get it. So some of the vision is going to go away from the Golden Guardian side. But hey, mid lane tier 2, split push by AblazeOlive. That one's down. 9-2 in kills, 5-2 in turrets. And here comes the attempted fight. That's going to be a charm, though. Set up. Volibear dies pre-ult. Chime makes sure that fight is never even close. Double kill for Stixxay. Lee Sin finds the third. Licorice trying in the backline, but he does not have the damage to kill Divine Sunderer Ezreal. Stixxay chases down, autos for the triple. That was the one fight FlyQuest could hope to turn the game around, and it will not happen. We're 26 minutes in, and Golden Guardians have shattered the base of FlyQuest. They've got a wave coming in soon. They will try for the Nexus turrets themselves. Let the Lee Sin tank the shots. Solo can do the rest. It's time for Nexus turret number 1 to fall. 20 seconds on Gnar. The rest of the team coming up in 5. Heroics attempted here for Palafox. Burns the Zonias. Second turret gone. Here comes the attempt. FlyQuest, can they survive? And they cannot. Golden Guardians takes down FlyQuest.
Oh, and all the congratulations immediately after. Everybody patting Iconic on the back there. Very nice Rumble performance. They evade after the late invade there from FlyQuest. He's able to transition into taking away his opponent's red quadrant because they've got strong solo lanes there. You know, both AblazeOlive and Solo pushing up in the early game to allow this Rumble a clear path to continue farming, and then he times his ganks really well, combining with Solo on those engages. And Golden Guardians will rack up another win here in summer. That is 2 so far in as many weeks.
Across 18 games, they found 3 in the spring split. Across 6 games, they have found 2. The record, the win rate is not outstanding, sure, but it's clear improvement. As far as the 6 we have seen so far, they have looked better. They took down the defending champions. They've taken down FlyQuest. Let's see how much more they can do.
I've heard it before. You sign Solo, you start winning more games. It worked for FlyQuest. Now it's working against FlyQuest. Golden Guardians have stolen their script. They've stolen the strat. And honestly, it does look like this team is making significant improvements.
Yes.
As far as, some of the individual play, but also a lot of this coordination here. You know, especially we saw it in some of those dragon fights, but really, you know, the top jungle as well, making a very big difference for themselves. And they definitely deserve to celebrate after that one.
Yeah, and I was a fan of Chime as well, coming in, rookie, right? Comes in, and it's got to be tough, right? Not only are you a rookie, you're coming into the 10th place team. And we heard Demonte talk about it in Mutus's new show, the Next Level, where it's like, it's tough to, like, be a selfless player if you're team's not already good, because you're not getting resources, and then you're going to look bad in the games where you lose without any resources. It's like, yeah, a support and losing team will often look really, really bad. But Chime, I have liked him a lot so far in the summer split. I think he was a big part of how these wins came across. I think back to the dragon fight that turned into Baron, like the one that functionally ended the game. And he was there ready to basically mark the Akali as soon as Palafox dashes over. He's got the knock-up. Rumble's already there. She's getting roasted alive. And it's like, cool, that was like a big part of how that fight worked out well. And every Tahm Kench flank was like, all right, his charm is active, and everyone's knocked up.
That just reminds me of the last Tahm Kench flank, which the last one in a losing game at the end.
Yeah,
Hail Mary is always going to look funny, but just to have the Tahm Kench pop up behind the team and Volibear immediately trying to ult out of his mouth and run for the hills, just gets burned in midair. Definitely love it when the kind of, we need a new segment of flanks gone wrong, you know, where people just immediately turn and annihilate them.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, FlyQuest they're also now trying to rebound. They've had this actual pattern, win-loss, bouncing, topsy-turvy a little bit for them.
Yeah.
Still trying to really, it feels like, work out the concrete identity for the team for how they want to consistently play the game. They've used a lot of different strategies, and it feels like they haven't really solidified on what they want to remain true to.
Yeah, it's too bad. I did pretty much like the comp. I'm a big fan of Divine Sunder Senna. I think with the support bans that you saw, I think the bot lane matchup made sense overall, and they got first dragon out of it as well. So like a lot of this seemed like it was going well, but yeah, the top lane camps from Golden Guardians worked out really nicely. So end of the day, positives here on the Golden Guardians side. So Dylan Francis, your predictions are correct so far, and I'm sure so are many of you online, but it's time to toss it over to Licorice, and I